Alright, you guys, update on the bathroom. So I decided I am not going to do the brick flooring, the herringbone style. I ended up laying it out into the bathroom just to kind of get an idea what pattern I would want, and then to kind of somewhat walk on it just to get a feel before I actually put the stuff down and made it permanent. And I didn't like how it felt on my feet. So I'm like, I feel like anywhere else in the house they would be okay because usually I'm in socks or slippers. But for the bathroom, coming out, your feet are more tender when they come out of the shower. I just decided I don't want to do brick. So I packed everything back up and it's currently in the garage. I don't know if I'm going to return it or not. I might use it for my patio out front. On my porch area, I might end up doing brick here instead of just the concrete. I'm not sure yet. That's another project, another day. So I ended up looking at tile. I was like, okay, maybe I'll go back to my original idea of tile. When I started looking into it, I found a few patterns that I really liked. Long story short, it was going to cost like around $700 just to do the tile in my bathroom. That's just the supplies, just the tile itself, and I have to install it. I was like, which I totally don't mind installing it myself because I'd much rather do it myself because it's way cheaper than hiring somebody. But that's a lot of money for flooring just for a little tiny space. So moral of the story, I looked at a whole bunch of different options. And as much as I didn't want to go back to the peel and stick, which was originally in this bathroom, I really didn't want to go back to peel and stick. I wanted something more permanent. I wanted something that looked nicer. In case I later down the road did decide to sell this home. I don't know, I'm just thinking really long term. So I was like, no way I'm doing peel and stick. Until I saw the price of how much it was going to cost for tile, then I was like, I might just be. So peel and stick it is. I ended up going to Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, and Lowe's actually had a really nice selection. And I was trying to find a tile that was light colored because this bathroom's so small. It does not have any windows. I had to put a door there where my office library room is. That had windows, so that way it let some, because that office library room has a lot of natural light. It's probably one of the brightest rooms in the house other than the kitchen. So I was like, I really don't want to put a hole in the wall here, and I really don't have, I guess I could do it there, but I am not about to get into tearing down walls, at least right now. I'm in very beginning stages of learning all this DIY stuff. So I was like, well, I wonder if I replace the solid door that was there and put one that had panels, and then just get the fake stained glass that you can put over windows. That way, if I'm showering and I have company over, they obviously can't see me through the door. So I think I'm going to do that. So I found this door on Marketplace. I think it was $75, and I loved how raw and shabby she was, so bought her, put her in. Currently have the, where's my hand here? Let me just do this because I can't coordinate. Screwdriver, because I don't have a latch there to lock it, so that's another thing I need to get next time I'm at Lowe's. I forgot when I was there yesterday. So that does actually let in some light. My office is another project that I want to work on, and I want to add or build a bunch of built-in shelving. And then there won't be a bunch of books on a shelf there anymore, so a lot more natural light will come in. So I'm going to show you guys the flooring real quick. So there she is. I'm going with marble because it's much lighter, and I need something that's just kind of bright to make the space seem bigger because it's really not that big of a bathroom. But I'm pretty surprised on how nice a quality it is for peel and stick. I was really surprised. So for both boxes, it came with 36 tiles, so 18 in each. It was right at around $100. I think $105 for both boxes. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm trying to decide if I like the wider, which is 1/4 of an inch, or the smaller one. Like I'm thinking this. It's hard to tell. I'm just thinking that. Serious stink. That reminds me of these glue traps from mice. Is that what keeping with you? I'm sticking myself on you. I'm crazy. Oh, I need one of this one. Is it there? Okay, this one has to get cut out. Where's the pencil? What now? Oh, get in there. What'd you say? So here I'm actually using a grout bag. First time using one, I'm sure as you guys can tell. It was not working. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I was doing wrong. I even cut the tip wider so maybe more would come out. But it just was not coming out easily at all. And the grout that I bought was already pre-made, so it wasn't like it was dry. It was... So I'm not entirely sure what I was doing wrong there, but the grout bag was not working for me at all. It was taking too long and it was killing my hands. Within like the first couple of minutes, I was over it. So I know most people are going to be screaming at me for this, but I ended up just using my hands for it. I felt like it went way quicker. It was way easier. It did not bother my hands at all. And I had my grout tools and my trowels, but I don't know. It just seemed like it was taking way longer. I don't know if it's because the tiles weren't deep enough, or the stick-on tiles were not deep enough like normal tile. So it was just not applying and filling in easy with the trowels like I guess it typically would. But it just seemed like it was taking way longer, and it just was not working. So hands it was, and it worked out perfect. It was way quicker and less frustrating. All right. Now comes the fun part of cleaning all the grout up. So I found out it is much easier to use your fingers than it is the grout bag and the knives. at least for the stick-on tile, because I've watched a bunch of videos of using this stuff before I got the tools and I started this, and it looks way easier than it is with this. I don't know, I just could not get it to get in the crack. I don't know, because it wasn't deep enough. It wasn't like catching it and holding it. It would come back out. But it was not working. I was doing it first with the grout bag, and that was like the biggest pain in the bum ever. I just felt like you can't, I don't know, I'm just not, my hands aren't strong enough for what it is. But I couldn't get it to consistently put enough in between the tiles. It was just taking, one, too much energy, and then also too much time. So Jeff came over to help because he saw me struggling with the bag. Because here I'm thinking it's going to be like a frosting bag I use to decorate cakes. And I was like, oh, this will be easy peasy. No, it really wasn't. So he came over and then he was getting flustered with it. So I went out and did chores and fed our big body. And then I come back in and he was not having the best time living either. So I had him finish putting the tiles down on that end of the bathroom. And then I ended up just using my fingers to scoop it out of the bucket and stick it in between the tiles and smooth it out. And like you guys saw in the video, it was way quicker and easier. By the time he finished putting in the last little bit of tiles around the corner, I was pretty much most of the way done with the bathroom. So, I don't know, I'm sure people that do tiling for a living are probably like, oh my god, I can't believe she used her hands. But it worked for me. And I got the job done. It just wasn't working. We'll say that I feel like the instructions on the grout bucket and the reviews that people left regarding the grout, like on Lowe's, I think it's Lowe's or Home Depot, I can't remember which place I bought it from now, but they made it seem way, I guess, more nerve-wracking than it really needed to be. Which is half of the reason I've been putting off doing flooring, because I've been like so intimidated by it. Granted, this is stick tile, it's not actual tile, but I'm still doing the grouting portion of it, so it's kind of the same thing, sort of. So the grouting portion of it, I feel like, was not as nerve-wracking as I was expecting it to be. Because on the reviews, people are saying you had to be like extremely quick putting it in, and then you had to be really quick washing it off because it hardened so quick. And they said it was just not used like beginner friendly, and I was like, oh god. I'm like, that's the last thing I want. But so far, knock on wood, so good. It hasn't really been that terrible. Like, I don't know if you guys can see. Like, here's the overlap of what was left on it, and I could literally go over it with my fingernail and just scrape it right off. So, moral of the story of this whole flooring ordeal: just do it. I don't want to say don't listen to the reviews, but don't psych yourself out, I guess, about something that was different for everybody. So one person or 5 people might read a review, and it's not. Same thing with buying all the tools that you think you might need. I didn't spend a ton of money on like the grout bag and the, I don't know what the heck you call them. There's a lot of like the, except I think the only thing, I got half the stuff at a yard sale and I got the box for like, I don't know, $10, and it came with the little spacers for in between the tiles. It came with just a bunch of random tiling stuff, and I think I only paid a few bucks for it. The grout bag, I think, and then the grout, of course, and like that stuff was like the only thing I bought at the store. But even that little stuff, like the grout bag, I think was, I don't know, a few bucks. And I'm like, didn't even really need it. I will say though, I'm really glad that I did the grout with the stick-on tile versus just putting the stick-on tile like butted up to each other. Because I saw some people that left reviews on, I got these stick-on tiles at Lowe's, and some of the reviews people attach pictures and they use the grout, which is what gave me the idea. Because I've never seen anyone put grout in between stick-on tiles. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that looks like they can't even tell, at least to me. I'm not a tile expert, but I feel like I couldn't tell that that was stick-on tile. I would think it's actual tile. Because it even feels like, it doesn't feel like the cheap stick-on stuff. I'm pretty impressed with it, I have to say. I will say that this project has literally taken me like, oh gosh, what time did I start? Like 12, and it's now I think 8:39 at night. Alright you guys, I am figuring it out. So, what's working for me is, like I was saying earlier, I grab my finger and I put some of the grout on there, and then I spiel it through, fill it in, and then I kind of use my finger and I scrape the excess off so it's kind of flat. But most importantly, I run my finger through the, like in between the tiles, so it makes it even. And then I went and did the whole bathroom like that, and then I'm starting back where I first started off putting the grout on between the tiles. And at that point, the grout is obviously hard. You can kind of scrape it with your finger, but it's a little bit hard. So you just damp your sponge and you go over it just real lightly, just to kind of like make it damp. Make sure it's not too much water, where there's standing water. You just kind of want to dampen the surface where the grout is. And then go over all the grout areas. Let it sit for, I don't know, 5-10 seconds. And then put kind of pressure right where you want the grout. And that takes it right up. So there's the Alright you guys, it is officially done. I am so excited. I did not realize that the flooring was going to take almost the entire day to do. Well, half the day. I started at noon, so, and it's, oh my god, it's 9:22. But it's done. I'm so excited with how well it turned out. There's still little bits and pieces of the dried grout here and there that I'm just kind of spot picking up. But for the most part, it's done. I just got to pick a few pieces up. So let me show you guys. I am pretty excited with how well it looks. I think she looks nice. And then I don't know if you guys got to, I don't know if I recorded that earlier or not, but I put those two pieces up. So it looks very nice. I'll show you what it looks like with that light off. It's so moody, I just love it. That's probably like one of my favorite parts of the bathroom. I really like how well that turned out. I actually got both those pieces off Amazon, so I'll link those below for you guys. So you guys, if you guys want them, or I don't think it was that much. I want to say it was like $20, $30 for the light, and then the other piece I think was maybe like 15 or 20. It wasn't like terrible. But I'll link it down below for you guys. But there we have it. I feel like the camera just doesn't pick up with how nice it looks, but to me, it looks and feels just like real tile. I still have like little pieces there that I need to spot paint. Same thing with the bottom, where I got some of the grout along the corner. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, and then I forgot the bathtub. So I think I've got like 4 coats there, and I've only got 1 coat on the bottom. So I figured I'm not gonna put any more coats on it because I have to get a shower. But I'll finish that up hopefully the next day or 2, and then the bathtub will be done too. And on that, I used exterior paint and primer combination, but it's exterior. I painted, growing up we lived in a double wide mobile home, and we had a bathtub similar to this, and it got really like dingy and gross. You just could not get it clean anymore. And I painted it with exterior paint primer mix, and it lasted several years before it started peeling up a little bit like where you stand. So I'm kind of hoping that this does the same, but sure is a cheap alternative to buying a whole new tub shower combo. I even thought about doing the tile, like tiling the actual shower. I'm doing just a step in, but money and time and everything else, I was like, I just have too many other projects that I need to get done here, like in the house and outside, for me to just spend a ton of money on the bathroom. I'm already probably at, it's got to be probably over $1,000, I would say, is what I have invested into the bathroom. And I'm like, I really didn't want to go over that. That's kind of my max budget. So decided not to go that route with the bathtub shower and to just paint. I think it costs like $30-40 for the gallon of paint, and I haven't even used half yet, so I probably won't even use a full gallon by the time I put a few more coats on it. But that's that. I hope you guys are enjoying. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I've got more parts to this video to finish up. I've got to do the bead board. We've got to install the toilet. I'm going to be doing floating shelves there. I'm trying to think what else I'm doing in here. Can't even remember now. But I have a few other things that I've got to finish here in the bathroom before it's finished. So I'll have more videos. Here for the bathroom, so stay tuned. And then, like I said, then I've got more projects in the house that I have to do. I got stairs that I'm going to be probably working on here in the near future. I've got my bedroom that needs to be remodeled, the kitchen, the dining room. The whole house has to be remodeled. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get alerted when I post more videos. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night.